picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Stop your body. Check. 25, check.
Hey, lock it. Undercrush. Big grip.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's able to find Diggs. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's complete to Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
64,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll set up a throw. This is caught. He's already topped his receiving out. Put from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
They come out here in the eye. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Coaching spell.
That's the what. Check the backer. Check 31. Check nickel.
Check. Fight.
They'll try to run with Madison. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Right there in the middle. 55. You must be getting
80 weapons.
Kill.
Deep grip.
They'll run for it with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation.
Check three.
There. Topper. Shoot.
Back to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check. Watch safety three.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
14.
Wilson going to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
One left.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Seahawks 0.
59. Come off the ball.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, and the grab by Croft. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
59. I don't think you got it, son.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 5 at the 17-yard line.
There. 3 butts.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
380.
54. I'm coming for you.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Croft, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down right right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check, 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 check. Check. Cross. Look at me. Go. Ready?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 2. It's complete to Diggs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Madison running on first down. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That'll be complete to Cook. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, Sam on.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by McCrane up in 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Easy. Touch.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Got his man. It's Williams. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down, Minnesota.
Hit it.
50. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Don't get nervous.
Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Protein spill.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McCrane's kick is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
19 yards that time for number 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. but you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's bring it. Jim.
Cook following the penalty. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
80 weapons.
Hey. Mark 55. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settled for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And Cook has it, left side. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Greystone, travel.
Twist, watch, twist. Shift, watch the shift.
Snap.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He's got it to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
50, plant. 64, weak. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run by Lindsey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Check.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the grab by Croft. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's Wilson. He's able to find Hawkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mike 54. Bound to lose one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is complete to Hawkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 9 now. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. He'll find Metcalf. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wilson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Let's go,
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Lets it fly for Thielen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Vikings, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle,